the British electorate that he has gone the extra mile to try to make the European Union realise that it's not in their interest for us to have a no deal.
The Nigel Farage Show, Monday to Thursday evenings from 6 and Sunday mornings from 10.
Stopping it, aren't we?
After 230 yards, bear left.
All the way from Memphis.
But now they're gone, just as US pop stars have arrived to sing for young Saudis. Many have welcomed the change, but there's been a conservative backlash too, as highlighted by one Saudi woman accusing the authorities of hypocrisy for welcoming the scantily clad Minaj, while Saudi women in the audience are forced to cover up.
In the city, the 100 share index closed up 50 points at 7,609. And the weather, any cloud should drift away, leaving a dry and clear night for much of the country. Scotland and Northern Ireland will remain cloudy, but patchy rain.
It's by journalist and commentator David Brooks. And his theory is that there are two mountains we can climb in life. The first is about defining the self and acquiring stuff. The second is about contribution and aligning your life towards some ultimate good. David encourages moving from the first, where you tend to be ambitious, independent, living for yourself, to the second, living as a gift for others, relational and intimate. This is where real joy, as opposed to its more shallow relation, happiness, is to be found. Joy in nurturing what Brooks calls thick relationships.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Tell me nothing. Gonna take my horse to the hotel room. I'm gonna ride till I get no more. Gonna take my horse to the hotel room. I'm gonna ride. Down Rodeo in my Maserati.
That glossy black door with the number 10 on it. The lectern, the wooden podium got put out in the last 20 minutes or so. It's got the microphone set up ready for Theresa May. When she comes out of that door, she's expected to give a short speech where she'll address the nation. She'll address her last 3 years as Prime Minister, and then she's going to get to her car. She'll be whisked away up Whitehall, down the Mall and towards Buckingham Palace to see the Queen, where she will officially resign as Prime Minister. So a hugely significant moment here. As I mentioned, the chattering of the journalists, you can hear just how busy, how crowded it is, the tension really rising until wait for her to emerge.
Time.
Radio Jackie Travel with checkertrade.com, connecting you with reliable tradespeople since 1998. Visit checkertrade.com today.
Let's ask Lucy what's happening on the roads.
Moor Lane in Chessington remains partly blocked off because of investigation work from last night's incident. It has partly reopened, but it's still closed if you're heading towards Westjewel, and it's very busy.
in the Tory leaders' debate last night. And you know someone who sings at work. Do you sing?
The doctor said to me yesterday that I can't find where the bleeding's coming from. I'm not sure if they're doing this. What's it got it from somewhere?
How can you get a blood? He's not eating nothing all weekend, you know that?
I know that. What can you do, John? I know, like, watch it.
What fucking lane does he want?
The steepest street in the world is in Wales, and being thrown off your social work course for remarks against homosexuality. So, as you heard from Harvey in the news, President Trump has been accused of racism.
I wish him and the government he will lead every good fortune in the months and years ahead. Their successes will be our country's successes, and I hope that they will be many. Their achievements will build on the work of nearly a decade of conservative or conservative-led government.
Right now, Prime Minister Johnson is finalising his cabinet. There's no place so far for his leadership rival Jeremy Hunt, who is no longer Foreign Secretary and will sit instead in the backbenches. LBC weather, dry, warm and muggy this evening and overnight, a low of 15 degrees. Tomorrow, hot and sunny, a high of 39 degrees.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. LBC. Nick Johnson joins me now. We know his strengths: infectious enthusiasm, extraordinary charisma. People's faces light up when they see him. You're his dad. Does he have weaknesses? I remember once watching him at the age of 4.
That's been taken out against him by Richard Tice over anti-Semitism allegations. We'll also be catching up with Bernard Purcell, editor of the Irish World, and we're going to be doing that with regard to binning the backstop, of course, straight after the news.
We are Talk Radio. The Matthew Wright Show.
Afternoon I messaged that. I didn't. No. I would just put.
You actually run the campaign, and basically, what people do, they write in and they say, you know, I've had all these problems and all that kind of stuff, and we try to sort of sift through the thousands of entries, and we've got 9 people who are spending 3 or 4 months on a training program that we've put together, and we're going to end up running a 10k from nothing. So it's because so many people these days, they want to get into...
Well, thank you for listening. We got so many texts, loads of calls this evening. Thank you. Have a gorgeous weekend. Hope the sun shines on you. Thanks to the top team for being ace.
If this
is on a, it's not a shoot job. It's on a paper. I can be empty in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, in the parliamentary chamber they would sort of do. So it certainly goes against what you've just said, that kind of action.
Well, I think it was a combination of sort of restrained radicalism as well.
Now, the court has heard how a man who's alleged to have made up claims about a murderous VIP paedophile ring deliberately misled detectives to claim criminal injury compensation. LBC.
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye. The author the other day has written a book called Siege about the Trump White House, who said no way in the world can Trump win the next election. I'm not so sure. I know he's the expert. I'm not so sure. Chris on Merseyside says this is not the kind of behaviour I expect from somebody who claims to be a born-again Christian. If Trump really is keen on sending these people back, why doesn't he go back to Germany, where his grandfather emigrated from? Vincent White in Flitwick, Bedfordshire, says, I'm not keen on Trump, but I can kind of see where he's coming from. If somebody's not happy with the country they live in, regardless of where...
The haters, man, cause I got 4 seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50-yard line with the Raiders. That Ali told me I'm the greatest. I got the fever.
Across the border and he was at work. That's how I know it's Wales.
The other way of looking at it is if you've got that big, is he turning, mate, indicate. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Your touch is through the rush of the wind, and your heart to help me safe from a rolling sea. There's always been a quiet place to harmony with me.